Well, I think economic development links directly to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And I think what's important is that what the UN SDGs have tried to create is to show a holistic framework of how development should be undertaken by governments. And sometimes, I still hear that, that perception that economy is something, it's quite this abstract thing, and we have to focus on it because without the economy, we don't have anything else. But the economy it's the people, right? It's the health. It's the it's the education. Like, are people happy to go to work? Do they have employment? How do they feel being treated? Do they feel being treated equally, or do they feel being discriminated, which will prevent them potentially going to work, and so on. So economy is not something that sits separately from all of those development goals that UN is looking at, from inequality to clean air, to partnerships approach, to education, and so on. So to me, if we as a civilization have a chance to survive, in the next decades and 100 years, we have to embrace sustainable development and not just economic growth per se, with disregarding the effect it's having. So I think what the pandemic has done is actually clearly show that the way economic growth has developed after the war, and especially accelerated over the last, say, 2 decades, hasn't worked for everyone. Of course, we're having the climate crisis as one of the major externalities of the way effectively modern capitalism has developed. But there are many other issues. One of them is the extreme inequality and disparity between, the super wealthy and the rest of the world. And all of that is exacerbating our living standards, the health of the food we are eating, the access to the commons we are having. And so it's starting to affect our rights and freedom across the whole world. And so I think what COVID has given us is an opportunity to potentially reset that thinking, and that whatever has worked previously is, business as usual is no longer acceptable. So we have to do better.